Everybody, Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to the State Palace Theater, great venue here in New Orleans, for a much-anticipated main event. 12 rounds of heavyweight action between these two great warriors.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, that is Thomas. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, bad intentions, Holmes.
All right, gentlemen, protect yourself at all times. Let's touch them up.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. Teddy, the expectation in a matchup like this, a power puncher versus power puncher, is that the fight's not going to last long. But what if it does? Then what?
The guy with less power is going to win because he's a guy that has a reserve in a place that he's ready to go to in case the power's not there.
Very nice job landing that counter punch, getting away from one that was coming at him. Oh! Holmes is on the bad end of a flush, solid hook. And a smart counter punch by bad intentions.
Get it out, let's move.
There's another right hand. Thomas is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. His opponent wanted the body, he wouldn't give it to him. A crafty counter punch after a fine defensive effort by Thomas. It's as if they couldn't wait for the opening bell. Going at it right from the start, and we're still in the first round. Good stuff.
So it's like watching the Pirates of the Caribbean and the Pacific and the Atlantic and the Indian Ocean. Everything.
Good looking counter punch.
Keep the head moving.
Teddy, how do you see this fight? It seems like a fight that should go the distance. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I would say so because, first of all, the styles. You know, both these guys are pretty good defensively. Both these guys have the mentality where they're ready for a long night.
What do you think is most misunderstood about the heavyweight division?
I think it's human nature for people to see these big Goliaths that they start to think that, hey, they're more sure of themselves. That these guys have...
Holy cow! That uppercut absolutely rocked him. Boy, I don't like the way his legs look at all right now. Boy, what guts. What guts to stay in there and gather yourself again after he was taking a beating.
Yeah, what guts, what instincts, and what a set of whiskeys.
Last 10 seconds of this first round. And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a non-stop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motives.
Good block by Thomas. How about a return to sender with the left hand?
Use the jab.
A headshot blocked.
Use your feet.
And a sharp counter punch by Thomas. Thomas is giving us something to think about early on in this fight here, but his opponent has even more to think about. He has established the jab already.
Yes, he has established the jab, and now his opponent has to think about moving his head so he can get past it.
double jab upstairs. Halfway through round number 2. Able to dismiss that body shot. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Nice block by Thomas. Well done that time, landing the counter punch. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. A stinging counter punch after some fine defense by Bad Intentions. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. Right back at him with a left hand. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Don't stand toe-to-toe with this guy. Keep your distance, all right?
And round number 3 is underway. Good doubling up of the jab by Thomas. That's a tried and true method that works out very well. The counterpunch landing by Thomas. You always say punchers are born, Teddy, but what about a guy's ability to withstand big punches? What about a guy's chin?
You know, that's an interesting point. Part of it is physical, and you know what it is? It's the neck. That's the shock absorber, but most of it's mental. You have to want to take the punches. You have to will yourself through the punches. This guy has some will.
Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Bad Intentions. And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Good way to protect the midsection. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. He's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Good-looking counterpunch. Holmes is really in a groove right now, landing that straight punch.
Well, what he's doing is he's staying outside at the right distance. He's getting his opponent, you know, sort of lean in a little bit, and then bang, that straight shot is right there.
Nice job to land that counterpunch and getting away from one of his own by Thomas.
Keep working the body.
10 seconds.
Don't stay in one circle.
Gets rid of that body shot. So the round comes to an end. Joe and Teddy here ringside, and we've been enjoying sitting ringside because, Teddy, I know you have some of your fine guests from the Dr. Theodore Atlas Charitable Foundation with us here tonight.
And they're having a great night, and it's great to have them here. The thing that I want to say is thank you to all the people that help us help many. They trust us. They allow us to be the middleman to give out the resources where they're needed. Thank you for mentioning Joe, and thank you to all the people that help us do what we do.
Defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. And a big right hand by Thomas. He scored well after being hit himself. Keep it going. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Oh, very nice. Smart counter punch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
Targeting that head with the combination punching. Well-placed counter punch by Thomas. Teddy, is it possible that he didn't respect this fighter coming into the fight? Now, I know a lot of people would say, yeah, he's ahead on the scorecards. But you can just see the style of fight that this is, that he's being tested.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two things. This guy being better than his record would indicate, and what you touched on, that he's a human being like anybody else. We look at the guy's record, we think of what kind of fight it's going to be. He looked at it, he thought it was going to be a little easier than it's turning out.
Well-placed counter punch by Bad Intentions. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. That's a forceful two-punch combo by Thomas. Thomas is doing a really nice job here. I mean, putting his punch. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, he gets hit by a left hand that he had no clue on.
No holding.
Oh, what a great ability to recover. Thomas is fighting real smart here on the outside. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Halfway into round number 5 here. I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Well, he told us all week long, hey, I want to keep it on the outside. I don't care where he is. This fight's not going his way right now.
No, it's not. And I don't care how long he is, how tall he is. But just look at his feet. When he throws punches, they're sliding forward. And that's why he's not keeping that advantage on the outside.
Comes right back with some offense of his own. Good block. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. Back to live action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in. Great movement to get away from those punches.
Jab, jab, use the jab. Keep working the jab.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head.
Back to the body. Stay away from the inside.
That's a good block by Thomas.
Come on, side to side. Keep working the jab.
He's got that quick trigger, that little double jab there. Boom, boom. Halfway through this round. Nice block by Bad Intentions.
Keep moving around the ring.
This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
That worked out really well. Throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Thomas is staying away from trouble. He's out there on the outside. Well, if ever you wanted to explain to somebody the benefits of distance while fighting, this is a perfect example by what we're seeing out of him on the outside.
Well, you know, so many times I see tall guys, and what the heck's the sense of being tall if you don't know how to fight tall? He knows how.
Ten seconds to go in this round. Well-placed counterpunch by Bad Intentions. The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. A fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
able to get rid of that one.
Side, side. You're taking too many punches. Hands up.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Great pace to this fight, Teddy. These guys are not coming out of fifth gear. Nobody's slowing down.
No, they're fighting a 6th, 7th, and 8th gear.
Keep the head moving. Double up your punches.
90 seconds to go here in this round.
Move your feet.
Good looking counter punch.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. And a smart counter punch by Thomas.
Double up your jab.
That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Good defensive skill with the block by Thomas. We come to the end of this round. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Well, it's a very closely contested fight, isn't it?
Yeah, it has been, Joe, but it's going to be up now to the judges. Hopefully they have their eyes wide open because they're going to have to look really closely, not just at the action overall, but who's landed the cleaner, more effective punches.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Protecting his head well with his guard. A crafty counter punch after a fine defensive effort by Bad Intentions. Thomas's opponent is having a field day here. I mean, just so accurate upstairs, but there's one reason he's so accurate. He's not moving his head.
No, he's not at all. And if he's not going to move his head, at least do something else. Catch and pitch. What I mean by that, Joe, is block and then pitch right back. Keep your opponent honest. He's not doing that either.
Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. 90 seconds to go, halfway through round 8. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Good Good defensive skill with the block by Thomas. Clock counting down here in round number 8. 10 seconds to go. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. The 9th round is here. Nice combination, landing more than one. Both were able to score. Good block by Bad Intentions. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Punches together. Good combination by Thomas. Showing you some defense there with the block. Good scoring counter punch by Bad Intentions. Holmes' favorite punch is the jab, and tonight he's loving it.
Well, the jab is the table setter, Joe, and he set a beautiful table tonight. Napkin on the left, small fork on the left, knife on the right, and the food right in the middle. And he's eating all night.
You taking some English etiquette classes?
You getting hungry?
Super two-punch combo by Bad Intentions. Each man able to land an uppercut. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Return the sender with the left hand. Blocks the headshot. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Very clever move there. A little defense turns to offense. The counter punch by Thomas. Thomas is crushed by a huge uppercut. This has been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this. I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
Fundamental work, landing the 1-2 there. tough staying away from the danger there. Very clean offense from defense by Thomas. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. To go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. Wow! Thomas is stunned and he is hurt. Able to show you his blocking ability. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Well targeted two-punch combo by Thomas. Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Able to dismiss that body shot. Nice block by Thomas. And he returns on that exchange. Good-looking counterpunch. Holmes has chosen a path here where he will not stand toe-to-toe opposite his opponent. He's using some very good movement here against him.
Yeah, he is. He's using those feet. He's using those wheels real well. But the key here is where to use them. He has to make sure that he breaks it off to the side every once in a while, not straight back. Otherwise, he'll get time.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Good defense, just covering up down low. Well-placed counter punch by Bad Intentions. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Comes to an end, and that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic, and that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you see proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Throws a counter punch there. And a smart counter punch by Thomas.
Teddy, it's one of my favorite times of one of our fight broadcasts. When we make the declaration, he has to have a knockout to win.
And how's he going to do it? Well, I think he's got to be a photographer. He's got to be a guy that goes in the darkroom, really, Joe, and start looking at the negatives. During the night, a lot of pictures have been taken. He's got to go now and look back at those pictures and remember something, that he saw something. He saw a moment. He saw a spot where the guy dropped his hand. He pulled back, and he's got to go, and he's got to act on that moment.
Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Unless there's some sort of stunning one punch here that we can't see coming, this has the feel of a distance fight, doesn't it?
Yeah, unless it has a kind of, you know, punch that they can't see coming, not us. Forget about that. We don't see it coming. That's okay. But if one of those guys don't see it coming, well, that's the only way that you're going to get a knockout. If a blind punch comes out of nowhere.
Good exchange. He fires back. Which way will it go? Let's find out by sending it up to the ring announcer.
Your winner, best intentions, Holmes.
Holmes is your winner by majority decision, Teddy.
I know there's going to be something to talk about in the barbershops around the city, around the state tomorrow, because a lot of people are going to have a different look about that decision.
Yeah, good one for the fans. Glad you tuned in to see it with us. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas saying thanks for being with us.